guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another favorites video. So if you are new to my channel or you are new to favorites videos, which I don't see how that's possible because I feel like everyone and their mother has done a favorites video at one point in time. But basically every single month I make a video where I round up all of the products I've been trying this month and let you guys know what was good. So that's what we're doing today, so let's go ahead and jump on into it. I feel like I have not a ton of products. I feel like March was kind of a really busy month for me outside of like YouTube and makeup. I feel like I didn't like test a bunch of new products out. I was like really busy in my personal life, so I just feel like I don't have a ton of new products today. I mean, I still have quite a bit. I feel like most of the population doesn't test out this many products and like this many products. I just saw a lot of products actually that I didn't like this month, but these are just the ones I liked, and I still feel like it's quite a bit. But let's go ahead and just jump into it. Okay. So I only just got this like yesterday, but honestly it's become a favorite just in the day. This water bottle is ginormous and it's a bit extra. I even made a poll on my Instagram story. I was like, is this too much? Like, is this too extra of me to buy? And quite a few of you did say yes, but I don't care. I have some water and lemons in here and it's amazing. Like, I love it. And the best part about this is it was $7. Like, that's it, only $7 for this big ass cup. And I found it at TJ Maxx. I found a lot of good stuff at TJ Maxx though the other day. It made me think that maybe I should do like a monthly TJ Maxx like video where I go to TJ Maxx once a month and record myself in there and show you guys everything I find, everything I buy. Is that something y'all be interested in? Because if so, I will gladly do it. I love TJ Maxx and I spend a lot of money there. Like, so much money, it's ridiculous. Like, I spent 90 bucks there the other day on stuff that like I kind of needed, but like I could have lived without, you know. So if that's something you guys are interested in, I will gladly do it like without even hesitation. Just let me know down below if that's something you're into, not into. If you're not into it, that's okay too. Just let me know. I can take criticism. It's okay. So the first like actual product I want to talk about today isn't even a makeup product whatsoever, even skincare. It's actually a pair of glasses from Quay. I'm not sure how to say it. I've only ever bought this pair of glasses from them. These are the Desi Perkins times Quay glasses in the style Blue Light. I know blue light glasses have become like a really big trend, and honestly I think it's a good thing. If you don't know what blue light glasses do, is that they're supposed to protect your eyes from like TV screens, cell phone screens, anything that has like an electronic screen. It's supposed to like protect your eyes from it, because that stuff is very dangerous for your eyes, guys. It will slowly deteriorate your eyes little by little each day. And if you're someone that works a lot with screens, like you work, let's say on YouTube, you're a YouTuber and you edit a lot, or you are a computer programmer, or just anything where you're always looking at a screen of some sort, I'd honestly really recommend checking something like this out. These were kind of expensive. They were like $65, so maybe look into like a cheaper alternative at first and see if you like them. I've just noticed that like I used to get really bad headaches if I like watched YouTube all day long. Like if I was on my phone all day long, like on my days off and stuff like that, I just noticed I had really bad headaches at the end of the day. And I feel like part of the reason was because of my eyes were being so strained. My eyes felt so tired and heavy. And with these, I've honestly noticed like a huge difference. I know the style of these is not gonna be something that everyone loves. My dad hates when I wear these glasses. He calls them like my Jeffrey Dahmer glasses. And honestly, like, they're a little Jeffrey Dahmer-y, I will admit. But I think they're kind of cute. They're really like chic and trendy. I like my glasses, and you know what? It prevents me from getting headaches, so I'm gonna keep wearing them, pops. I'm gonna do me. I'm really loving these Desi Perkins times Quay Australia glasses. I think they're amazing. Again, a little pricey, but I think when it comes to your eyesight, there is like nothing that's too pricey, you know? These did launch in the beginning of March, and I've been really enjoying them for the past month, so I figured I should mention them in today's video in case you guys are interested in anything like that, if you get really bad headaches from blue light radiation. Is that what you call it? I don't think it's radiation. I think it's just blue light. But if you get really bad headaches from computer screens, stuff like that, I recommend checking something like this out. It's worth the investment. Okay, so next up I have a skincare product from Pixi. I don't talk about skincare too much on my channel, just because I feel like skincare is very different for everybody, and I feel like everybody has their own like skincare routine that works for them, and that's fine and dandy. I do want to do a video sometime soon on my skincare routine because I feel like it's interesting, and I feel like I have pretty decent skin, so I don't feel like it'd be a bad video to do. I'm just worried about the backlash it might cause, because I feel like maybe I use some products that like are bad for other people. I don't really know. I want to do it, but at the same time, I feel like I should really nail it down before I do it. I feel like I have a pretty good skincare routine, but I do have like the occasional breakout, which I mean, like, who doesn't, like, honestly. But anyways, I do have a sheet mask from Pixi Beauty. They did send me like a huge PR package full of skincare, which is like the best PR package I've ever received. I don't get a lot of PR because I'm a very small channel, but it was beautiful. Look at all the skincare together. I'm like, oh, I haven't tested it all out yet. I've only tried a few things here and there, and so far, this has been the best thing in that whole PR package. This is the Pixi Beauty Glow Glycolic Boost sheet mask. They come in a pack of 3 for only $10, which I think is a really good deal for sheet mask. Pixi can be kind of expensive for a drugstore brand, so I feel like a pack of 3 for only $10 is actually really good for them. Like, that's a really reasonable price in general, but for like their brand, I was a little impressed. I'm like, oh, only $10. Okay, I think it'd be 10 for 1, honestly. But with this mask, I feel like it kind of resembles the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Sheet Mask that I love so much, but they are expensive. It's like $24 for 1 sheet mask from them, which is insane, but oh, it makes my skin look like a baby's bottom, and I love it so much. This does pretty much the exact same thing. It's not as intensely hydrating and glowy as the Tatcha one, but it's pretty close, and it's a way cheaper alternative, so I'm going to keep repurchasing these ones rather than repurchasing the expensive Tatcha ones. I'm so glad I found a dupe for those. I was really hoping I would, and then Pixi sent this. I'm like, you answered my prayers, my thoughts, and my prayers are answered. Thank you, Lord and Jesus above. This is so good. I love these so much. I definitely recommend checking them out, especially since it's only $10 for 3. Really love these. If you want like a really nice, radiant, glowy skin look, check these out. So next up, I have a foundation from the drugstore. I have a lot of drugstore products actually this month. I feel like I've been testing out more and more drugstore makeup. I don't know why that is. I don't hate drugstore makeup. I love drugstore and high-end makeup, but I've been testing out a lot of drugstore makeup recently, and I've been loving it because it's so inexpensive, and they have such good stuff nowadays. I feel like when I was in high school and like junior high, drugstore makeup was not as good as it is today. You kids are lucky. But anyways, I have the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. Now I know I'm like late to the game on this. I know like Tati has raved about this. I know Nicole Cutler's raved about this. A lot of other bigger YouTubers have raved about this, and I was kind of just like, I don't know. I'm just like really picky when it comes to foundations. I'm like, I'm not gonna try it. And then it was just sitting there all one day. I'm like, you know what? I'll try it out, and I am so grateful I did. The packaging isn't like my favorite thing in the world. Like, it's like a little dropper, which I don't hate, but I don't love either. It's like not the best, not the worst. I prefer just like a regular normal pump foundation. This gives me such radiant full coverage. This gives me like really like full coverage, but not like a cakey full coverage, more like a model-esque full coverage. Like, you have like just flawless skin when you have this foundation on. It covers every imperfection, but it's not super heavy feeling on the skin, and that's like the best part about it. It's super liquidy, and like, I don't know if you can tell in the back of my hand, you can just like, it blurs out all your imperfections, and it's full coverage without being too cakey, too matte, too just, it's perfect. It's the right combination of dewy and matte. It's like a good satiny finish. And honestly, with this foundation, you don't even have to set it. Like, it just looks so good on its own. You can, of course, set it. I typically do. But sometimes I don't. If I'm in a hurry or I want like a really radiant look, I won't set this foundation, and it doesn't get creasy and cakey on me throughout the day. It just looks healthy, and it really sinks into my skin, and I love it so much. It was only like, I think, 11 or 12 bucks from the drugstore. There isn't a ton of shades in this, which is shitty. Like, I feel like every good foundation I love has like no shade range, and I hate that. I wish I loved foundations that had great shade range, which I do, but I feel like my favorite ones always have a shitty ass shade range. But if you can find your shade in this, I'd really recommend checking it out. It is so good, especially for the price. Okay, so I have 2 different blushes to talk about. One's a liquid and one is a powder. I'm gonna talk about the liquid one first because I feel like I've been testing it out a lot longer. This is the Flower Beauty Blush Balm. Again, I'm kind of late to the game on this. I feel like everyone's already tested this out and like said it's good. But I'm weird, and I feel like when something's super raved about, I don't want to try it for a long time. I don't know why that is. I'm just weird. But this is a really nice liquid blush. Now listen, I don't use liquid blush a ton. Honestly, I don't use a lot of cream products in general besides foundation and concealer. I just feel like I usually forget, like I do my concealer and then instantly powder my under eyes. I'm like, oh well shit, I didn't do my cream products. But this cream product, I have been trying to remember not to set my face before I use it. I'm like, oh shit, don't set your face. You want to use that really pretty blush color. This is in the shade Nectar. I don't think I said it. It's like a really pretty peachy pinky blush, so pretty. I think it's not like overly pigmented. As you can see, the more you blend it, the more it shears out, so if you apply like a little bit at a time, you can really build it. It doesn't look super streaky, and it lays beautifully on top of foundation, and I haven't experienced any issues with it like clinging at all. It's like a really pretty blush, and if you're into like cream products and you don't like using too much powder on your face, I really recommend checking this out. I feel like there's not a ton of cream blushes on the market, and this is from the drugstore, and it's super inexpensive. I think it was $10, and there is quite a few more shades than just this one. So yeah, Flower Beauty has some good ass products. I recommend checking out their brand in general. They come out with like really bomb drugstore makeup. It's Drew Barrymore's brand, which I mean, I feel like most people probably know that, but I love Drew Barrymore. She is just an angel. I love her. But anyways, yeah, this is her brand, Flower Beauty, and the blush is bomb. ColourPop.com. And then for powder blushes, I have some ColourPop Super Shock Cheeks. So I've only been testing these out for like a week now, and I've come to the conclusion that I do really like them. I did a first impression / review video on the ColourPop Spring 2019 collection, and I did try these ones out. I have the shades Tuned In, Get Laid, and No Vacancy, and at first I wasn't sure about them. I felt like it was really hard to like figure out how to apply them because they aren't like a normal blush formula. They're like a powder. They are the Super Shock formula, so they're more like wet and putty feeling. So it was really hard to like figure out like, oh, do I like these? Like, how am I even gonna wear these? Like, I just didn't understand it. I've just found throughout the course of this past week or so that these apply best either with a dense synthetic brush or with a beauty sponge. I actually don't apply it either way though. I honestly just use my wispy blush brush that I always use and just like really go in, and that's how I apply it, but most people apply it with a sponge or a dense brush. I just don't want to go too ham with blush too quickly just because I feel like I can look really bad with too much blush on. So I just use a wispy brush that way I can still kind of control it a bit more, and I just kind of like scrape like my brush along it and apply it then, and I think it looks really nice. It's a really pretty formula. It lasts really well throughout the day. I think it's because it is more of like a putty formula. So I think because it is more of a putty formula rather than a powder, that it does last on your face a lot longer because it's more wet, so it just kind of sticks to your face a bit better. I do have two of the shades on today. I have the shades Tuned In and Get Laid mixed together on my cheeks today. It's kind of hard to see now. I have bronzer and highlighter on, but really pretty colors, really bright, fun spring colors. I think they're really pretty. It's only $8 per blush, so I don't think it's a bad deal. It just takes a little bit of like getting to know the formula to get used to. Like I said at first, I was kind of like, don't really know, but as the week has progressed, I've learned to love them, and now I can't stop using them, and I think they're really good for the $8 they cost. I do have two different eyeshadow palettes I want to talk about in today's video. I did review both of these on my channel prior. I have the Just My Luck palette from ColourPop, and honestly, I think we could have guessed that I was going to love this palette. I'm a sucker for green eyeshadow, and this is literally a monochromatic palette of just green. Absolutely love it. I think it's stunning. I like that there's more mattes in here than shimmers, but the shimmers in here are so pretty. Like Mary Jane, it's more of like a chartreusey than it is like a true green, but I love her so much. It's such a pretty unique shade. I feel like I don't have any palette that has a green just like that. And the rest of the colors are honestly so cute as well. I love like the matte minty shade and the deep foresty greens. I just think they nailed it with the color selection of this palette. And if you are a green eyeshadow lover, I think you're just gonna love this palette so much. It's only $12. It's not very expensive, and it's just, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, girl. Like, look at that. It's honestly just so stunning. And I can't get enough of this. I've been wearing this quite often, not like a ton because I mean green's not like my everyday shade, but I think at least like 4 or 5 times since I filmed my review video I've used this, and it's perfect, perfecto. And then next up I have the Sweet Talk palette by ColourPop as well. This is part of their spring collection, just like the blushes. This I haven't used too much because I only filmed the video like a little over a week ago, so I haven't like had the most experience with this palette, but so far it's been really good. It's typical ColourPop formula, which I know and love. And also the new pressed glitter shades in here. Oh my god. Literally the day I filmed that video, I went to work and everybody kept complimenting my eyeshadow. Like everyone. They're like, it looks so glittery and so sparkly. I love it. What did you use? I'm like, girl, it's from ColourPop. And look at, oh. It's just a good way to like experiment with glitter and get to know glitter without having to use like a glitter glue and like a messy bottle formula. It's just perfect. I like the color too. It's a really pretty like everyday color. And also there is a Super Shock formula shadow in here as well, the Side to Side shade, and it's just so pretty. And honestly, if you've never tried ColourPop Super Shock formula because you feel like you probably wouldn't like grab it out of your vanity or whatever every single day like you do eyeshadow palettes, I completely understand that. They're not something I use like every single day because I just forget to. Like I do my eyeshadow, I do a look with that palette, and then I don't think to grab like an extra glitter or an extra pigment or whatever. I typically just use like a palette when I'm doing my makeup every day. But you wanted to try the Super Shock formula and you really like the color story of this palette, like the pinky and the coral spring vibes, I'd really recommend checking it out. I think the palette costs $18. I'm not 100% certain. I will link it down below. I'll link everything down below. But I think this is $18. Not a bad price for the amount of product you are getting. And the formula is just so good. I can't recommend it enough to you guys. And I just think it's a good way to test the formula of the Super Shocks out and get some matte shadows in there too, you know? So I really like the Sweet Talk palette by ColourPop. Hate that there's not a mirror in it. I had my little rant about that in the review video though. So yeah, really like this palette though. Super nice, and it's good. And it's good. grade A review right there. So honorable mention for eyeshadow palettes. I haven't used this enough to say it's my favorite, like include it in like a favorites video. I only just got it in the mail like 3 days ago, so I can't be like, oh yeah, like I've been loving it and using it like every single day this month. Like no, that's not true. However, I did use it for today's eyeshadow look, and I think it's so pretty. And I love BH Cosmetics shadow formula, so I knew I was probably gonna like this palette anyways. The color story in here is really, really nice. I feel like you definitely have like your everyday shades in here, but also like your pops of fun. I just think it's a really good color selection. I don't think I even said the name of this palette, did I? This is the Daisy Marquez times BH Cosmetics eyeshadow palette they came out with, like I think in the beginning of March. It took me a while to get a hold of it, and BH Cosmetics shipping takes forever. Like I think I waited 2 whole weeks to get this palette in the mail. It was ridiculous. It was free shipping, but it was a long time. I waited quite a bit for this palette, but I think it's cute. I like that it comes apart like this and you can like set it right here as like a vanity. So, well, when you don't drop it. It does sit like this really nicely on your vanity while you get ready. So it's really nice that it has like a stand-up spot for your mirror and you can see yourself in the mirror. It's a nice quality mirror. So I have been liking this palette, but I haven't been testing out enough to say it's a favorite. So I'm just gonna like mention it because it is on my eyes today. So in case you're curious, that is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. So again, with this product, I haven't been testing out like a ton. I've worn it twice now since my BoxyCharm video. This is the Appeal Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold. If you don't watch my BoxyCharm videos, which I mean like a lot of people don't, it's okay. They're like my least popular videos on my channel, but I like filming them. They're more like chill and laid back. If you don't watch those videos, you wouldn't know about this liquid shadow because I only mention it in that video. But this is the Appeal Liquid Eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold, like I said before. Such a beautiful shade. It reminds me so much of the Stila Cosmetics liquid eyeshadows, but like thinner almost, like more like a shimmer than a glitter. I have only worn this like twice since that BoxyCharm video, but that video was only posted like 4 or 5 days ago, so I feel confident in saying like this is a favorite of mine because I have worn it twice in the past couple days since discovering it. And it's such a pretty shade. I feel like most people would wear a shade like this and would love it and use the shit out of it. So I wanted to mention it because I feel like it's so pretty and definitely just really good. It is kind of expensive, and I think it was like 18 to 20 bucks for a liquid eyeshadow, which is cheaper than the Stila ones, but not by much. But I think it's worth checking out. I've never heard the brand Appeal before either, but I like this product from them, so I'd recommend it. Next up, I have a product from the e.l.f. times J. Kissa collaboration they did, I think either late February or beginning of March. I cannot remember exactly, but it is the e.l.f. times J. Kissa eyeliner. It's like a dark blue, navy-ish kind of color. Really pretty, really pigmented on the eyes, and lasts really well. And I had very watery eyes. Like, no eyeliner lasts that long. I mean, like, everything starts to transfer by the end of the day. But this eyeliner never did, and I have worn it a couple times since that video. It's a really nice eyeliner. It was only like $5 or $6 for the eyeliner, and I just feel like it's a really good pop of color if you're doing like a neutral look. Just to throw like a blue eyeliner in your waterline gives you like some color, but it's still like pretty neutral and pretty like passable, you know. I did like the whole collection from e.l.f. and J. Kissa, but I feel like the eyeliner was like my favorite, like my top product. The eyeshadow palette and mascara were okay, they're fine, but I don't use those products as much as I use the eyeliner. But last but not least, I do have 2 different lipsticks to talk about. Once again, another product from my ColourPop spring collection review. This is the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade Flower Season. Such a beautiful pop of color. I have worn this twice since that video, and I don't wear bold lips often, but this color is so pretty. It's a vibrant, like, corally, reddy, orange color. So pretty, so different. I feel like there's not a ton of colors like this. Like, there definitely probably is colors like this on the market already. It's still pretty unique in my eyes anyways. I mean, maybe just because I love ColourPop, I love the lipstick formula, but it's still pretty unique in my eyes. And it's really pigmented, like, right off the bat. Like, this is just one swipe, and it was full opacity right away, right from the get-go. I think it's really pretty and definitely worth checking out if you like these colors. If you're more of like a nude kind of girl, I totally get why you wouldn't check this out, but I still think it's nice to have. It matches my nails. Interesting. And the last product I have is a lipstick from e.l.f. So when I ordered the e.l.f. times J. Kissa collaboration set, they gave me like a free sample of a couple different things from the e.l.f.'s website, and one of them was the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Satin Lipstick. This is a beautiful lipstick formula. It doesn't last super long because it is a cream lipstick formula. It's not a liquid lipstick, but the color of it is so pretty. It's just a nude lipstick, and I know we've seen that a million times before, but it's just like the perfect nude almost. Like, it's perfect for like my cooler tone to neutral looks. If I wear a warm tone look with this, it kind of looks a little off-putting because it's more of a cool tone nude. It's just stunning in my eyes, and I have been wearing it a ton. I did mix it today with a lip gloss, so it is on my lips today, but I do have a lip gloss over that as well. But yeah, it's just a really pretty nude, and I think for like the $4 or $5 this cost, it's worth checking out because of how like cool the undertone is. Like it's just a cool undertone, and that's why I like it so much. It feels weird to like rave about a nude lipstick because I feel like it's been so overdone before, but this one's pretty special in my eyes. I like it a lot. I don't know what it is, but I just really like it. Oh, I actually do have one more product to talk about that's not a makeup product whatsoever. This is from e.l.f. as well. This is like an e.l.f. ring light for your phone when you take selfies. I know. It's really high maintenance and it's not a necessity. I get that. I do. But if you are like an influencer of some sort, or you take a lot of selfies, like you like selfies, who doesn't? I think you should check this out because it's only like $10 or $12, and there's 3 different settings. So this is the lightest setting I have on right now, and then there is the second setting, which is a bit brighter, and then here's the third setting, which is like super bright. I like using this when I take selfies for thumbnails or just selfies in general. I like taking selfies, what can I say? But I think this is a really good investment if you want to up your selfie game quite a bit because it makes the lighting in whatever room you're in just a lot better. This is for your cell phone. I don't think I mentioned that, but you just clamp it to the top of your cell phone. So here's your phone where my fingers are, and it sits right there, and you just adjust the lighting as you want. I don't know, it's a bit extra, it's a bit much, but I like it a lot, so I figured I'd mention it in case you were looking for a selfie ring light that was inexpensive. Only $12, I think, maybe 10. Maybe even cheaper than I think, but I think it was 12. Okay guys, and I think that is it for today's video. That was my March favorites. I had a good variety of different products this month. Like I didn't have just makeup, I had like skincare, makeup, a selfie light, and glasses, and just a good variety of things. I feel like I didn't have a ton of products to talk about, but I feel like again, I just didn't test a lot of products out this month. I was really busy this month. Hopefully next month in April I have a lot more to talk about. But yeah guys, that was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.